This is just my opinion, but I do think the hate towards online powerlifting comes from two things. One is arching on bench, and two is sumo deadlifts. Or just in general how people exploit their leverages to lift more weight. And many people who have a feeling of superiority towards doing things just one way often feel like that is cheating. They might see somebody deadlifting more than they can and with a different style, and they get angry because they feel like that invalidates their strength. And they might think it should be illegal even if the person does nothing wrong because it's allowed within their sport. Now, I do agree that some people, especially before the new bench rules, would use their mobility quite excessively to lift as much weight as possible, and it turns the bench into something absurd. And I can see why people would dislike that. Many just don't like seeing people have it easier, or at least try to do things and make them easier. And I can see why somebody who has maybe less than a year of lifting experience, maybe they bench a plate, maybe 1.5, and then they see somebody bench 4 plates with the shortest range of motion possible, a massive arch, and makes their lift seem like peanuts in comparison, then they might get really mad at that person even though they're just using their own strengths to their advantage. And of course, you can always go around the new powerlifting rules, like you can't celebrate after a lift or whatnot, but that's just hate recently that's coming from mostly powerlifters. But I think for people who are outside of the powerlifting spectrum themselves, they just hate on powerlifting because they don't see it as an actual sport. They just see it as cheating on exercises that they are familiar with, but that they don't understand the reason behind.